All right, welcome back. We have another knife today, and if you've been watching the channel, you know I've been on this Demko journey, finding all of what I think are the ultimate Demkos. It's always a totally subjective concept what we like in knives, but there are some universal truths, I'd say. Maybe not. Doesn't necessarily mean that everyone would use every knife, but I think there's certain appreciations that we all have as an industry for, let me pull this one off screen real quick, things that are either cool or things that work better than other things. Let's see how the Rube Goldberg project went today. I like this. I like that. It's nicely packaged. Thank you, seller. This is a seller I bought at least one other knife from. I can't remember if I bought more, maybe 3. But I let this seller know, I think I bought 3 other knives from this seller, that if he ever decided to sell this knife, to please be so kind as to consider me first. And he was so kind, which means that I was able to get my hands on one of the very original Demko AD20S variants, and you can tell by this particular sticker that's on here. By comparison, you might see a sticker that looks something like this on some of the others, or that. This is the older sticker model. There's a couple actually that they used on these original ones, but 80S L, so SL is slim, 20S DP Drop Point, CF carbon fiber, 390, that's right, M390 carbon fiber variant of the AD20S. Oh, new inbox. There it is. This is super exciting. The knife looks immaculate. Super light, and how cool is that? Wow. That is just really good. That is a very, very sweet knife. This would definitely leave me in one of those very few moments where I've been a little at a loss for words on the channel. You can see the M390 there. It's etched in, so it's not one of the super early variants, but they're definitely not of late putting out anything M390 that I've seen. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, everything looks just as you would hope. Carbon fiber, and the carbon fiber, you know, they just do the full carbon fiber the whole way through, which is awesome. No play. Shark lock works perfectly, as always. Shouldn't say as always, but as in general. Oh, wow, look at that jimping. I have not seen one with that jimping before. Super cool. Let me show you the usual AD20S jimping. It looks like this. It's also great, don't get me wrong. This is a lightweight titanium 204P AD20S. And here's another AD20S just to further verify. Excuse me. The jimping on the AD20S is generally kind of like a big slot and then a small, a big and a small, a big and a small. I don't know how if there's a better way of articulating that. That's sort of an industry term or whatever, but that's the best way I can put it. And this one has that, but it's like super gappy. And then that is really nice feeling too. Super cool. So I'm pretty sure the blades are otherwise the same shape, finish, and so on, but now I gotta pay extra close attention to everything on this one because I didn't expect that. And that is why I'm gonna be doing this all Demko video, because there's just so much to know about them, and I found it very hard when I first started trying to pick up some of these customs or US made column variants. And that brings me to this one, which was a pretty tough one to find. And this one is also a carbon fiber. And this one is in S45VN. So that's a fourth blade steel that's out here right now. So you have S45VN, M390, titanium, 204P on the titanium one, and D2 here on this G10 one up here. But yeah, I have this shark's foot. I believe this one's either new or close to new. I do see like a little, could just be from the factory here, but not really sure where there. Maybe it was lightly carried or something like that. I don't remember what the story was on this one, but I remember it was generally, it feels pretty new. Could just be from the packaging or something. Yeah, and I mean, this is, I've been wanting to get a few drop points for the AD20S, and now I've got really two of them. I'm good there. I was hoping to get a textured tie, but I ended up finding the AD20 instead of the AD20S and textured tie, so that's good enough for me. I'm gonna pull out one more. I just did an unboxing video on this one. But this, further shows the variation of the AD20S models. So this just came out in an M4 shark's foot. They call this the M4 slicer, and it has the peanut here, no thumb stud. Super cool variant. And there's so many more. It is pretty wild, all the things that they have done with this series of knives. Pretty cool. Maybe we'll even throw this over here and just throw that one right there. And since we have a bunch of cool knives out, might as well just pull out another one. Feels like every time I get an AD20S out, I just end up taking out a bunch of AD20Ss, a bunch more of them. Because they're just super cool knives, and anytime I have a chance to like take them out and look at them and do something with them, I'm gonna jump on that chance. So here is another one. Different jimping, by the way. So now we've got 3 types of jimping on AD20S. So 1, 2. This one I believe has the same. Yep. And then 3. Let's see if I can show all 3 of those real quick. Pretty wild. They have just such variation in what they do. Let's do this then, while we're having fun. Let's see if I can get this up a little higher here and fit everything in. There we go. Let's move everything up a tad here. So it really just kind of illustrates, again, the variation of what Demko has been doing. I'm going to be doing this all Demko video coming up here, so I'm not going to go super deep on this, but what a sweet, sweet knife. Like I mentioned before, there are just some things that we hold true in our industry, and not a lot to dislike about a drop point, shark's lock, carbon fiber handle from one of the foremost knife makers that just makes a knife that feels like it was designed to be used and used hard. It is just sweet. Very excited about that one. Great, great find, I think. So the collection continues to expand. The knowledge and the learnings continue to expand, because it's really, there's just so much to know about what Demko has done. And yeah, going to be bringing that and sharing that with everyone soon here. So another exciting unboxing, just everything I'd hoped in this one, and yeah, excited to continue. And I got one more to unbox here. It's the Demko 8020 in the textured titanium finish, and then we're pretty much ready to go. I was thinking about potentially showing this one like a user-made custom knife, but I don't know if it'll maybe be here tomorrow or something like that. So I'm not going to hold back in waiting for that knife. So this all Demko video should be done in the next day or so. Just need to get my notes together and make sure I'm on point for it and bringing all the knowledge in a concise way so that you can digest it and figure out how to share that as best possible. But thanks for stopping by. Another great Demko here, worth considering if you can track one down. Yeah, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, correct, and just let me know if there's something that you want to see on here, or even if you want me to review one of your knives, and I'll at least pay the shipping back, if not pay the shipping here, depending on the situation, and maybe we can take a look at what you got. All right, thanks, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.